Saturday today, and this morning I woke up in darkness because I forgot to open my blinds. Those right there. Usually my parents come in and they close them because they have this habit of closing all the blinds for night. Then I have to come in and open them, but I forgot to do that. So I woke up in darkness. And what was on my mind this morning, what's on my mind right now, is figuring out a better way to help each other out. A better way to, share the responsibilities that we all have. And to me, the best way to do that is to come out of the darkness, to be conscious about what you do. Maybe I'll make this a two-parter. I'll talk a little bit more about this another day, maybe tomorrow. Maybe I'll actually make a whole video about it. But as far as a solution goes, it's as simple as just being conscious of what we do. Shining some light on our activities. So as far as what's wrong, I feel like when we have pain, and I'm guilty of this too, when we feel pain, it's almost like we take it as a sign of weakness. So we keep it inside and we don't talk about it. And then we suffer internally. But humans, we're not designed to be alone. We're social creatures. Right? And so by keeping these responsibilities internal and alone and taking them on alone in the dark, it eventually finds its way out, and it comes out in a way where we put that pain onto others. If you have a bad day, you'll treat others badly too. Sometimes that's how it happens, and it's because unconsciously we're trying to let people know, hey, we're not feeling too good right now. We need some help. But we just don't have the courage to admit that we need help. Because maybe it's a sign of weakness. Again, I'm not an expert. I'm not a psychologist. My girlfriend studies psychology, so I have some insight through there. But from my perspective, this is what I've realized, what I've noticed. People will feel pain, and then they'll put that pain onto others. Because maybe it makes them feel better. It makes me sometimes feel better. I don't know why. Like I said, maybe it's because we're social creatures and we like sharing. So by sharing that pain with others, by making them feel what we're feeling, we don't feel quite so alone. And it's this like subconscious ego, this egoic mind that I guess feels a little bit more at ease, a little bit more not alone when we make other people feel what we're feeling. But like I said, the solution is to shine light on that darkness. Become self-aware of what you do. Right? If you're feeling uneasy, if you're having a bad day, if you're having some sort of trouble, or you have responsibilities that you're not able to completely handle alone, that's okay. That doesn't mean you're a weak person. In fact, like I said, it takes courage, it takes strength to admit that to yourself and to admit that to others and ask for their hand in helping you out, in helping you tackle the problems that can't be tackled alone. Because many of our problems today in society are problems we can't solve on our own, or at least would be like way too hard to do alone. It's stuff we should share, stuff we should stand together for instead of isolating ourselves and putting ourselves in these lonely, dark rooms where we're just left to fester in our pain and in our suffering and our lack of success until eventually we can't take it anymore. And years upon years of that, just dissatisfaction, that deep internal, misery shows through. And you could tell everyone has people in their lives where you could just tell, man, that person must have seen happier days one day in the past, because today they don't look like a happy man, they don't look like a happy woman. And those people, same thing, all they do is they just make the people around them more stressed, miserable. Not all the time, I've yet to meet a person that literally does that 100% of the time. But it shows through sometimes. And then we give those people so much shit. We judge them for it. We say, wow, that person's just this terrible, ugly human being. Fuck them. All they do is make me stressed. Same thing. Try and shine some light into their dark room. See what's going on in there. You'll see that they're in more pain than you are. Way more. Something's wrong. Something is wrong. And they need help. And they just don't know how to express that. That, hey, I need help. I need you to take my hand. Right? Even as adults, people need their hands held sometimes. It's not just something we do for children. It's something we should all do all the time. Hold hands. Stand and rise together to tackle the challenges of life. It's not a sign of weakness to admit that you can't defeat a problem on your own. And defeating problems on your own doesn't necessarily make you a strong person. Maybe it means you're perseverant and you could push through what others can't. But imagine how much more useful that skill set, that personality trait could be if you shared that with the world. If you helped others help themselves the same way you help yourself. And then we all can group together and be this one happy family. Utopia stuff. I know. Oh, Chris, you're a dreamer. Oh, Chris, you're a hippie. Yeah, maybe. But that's how it is. Together, we'll always be stronger than individual units. Always. In every circumstance I've ever seen, working together as a team, cooperating over competing, has always shown greater results. I could point to so many examples in my life. Yeah, I'll give one big one. My dragon boating team. While all the other teams were competing and fighting and trying to be number one, my team, we took the time. We said, all right, well, it's fine. This season, next season, we probably won't be the best. We'll still try, obviously. We'll still go through competitions. But it was one of the most cooperative teams I've ever been in, where someone would help their teammates become better than themselves. Even if it meant, losing your own spot on the boat, because there's only 20 spots on a boat. Even if it meant losing your own spot to someone else because you helped them rise higher than you. We did it. And then the person that rised above also did the same thing. Reached down, gave a helping hand, and pulled everyone up with them. And so it was just this building block after building block, and we all built each other up through cooperation, through collaboration. Just because you weren't number one on the boat, it didn't matter. Because the boat was a better place, because you helped others be better than you. But back on topic. This whole sharing of stress and sharing of pain. Like I said, it's not their fault. It's not their fault. They're just unconsciously doing it. It's an unconscious, giving, sharing of that suffering. Just don't give those kinds of people shit. They need help. They need help just as much as anyone else out there. I mean, yeah, they're miserable to be around, but give them a chance. Be patient. Every single person out there is a wonderful person. And inside, they've got huge potential. I've yet to meet a person who doesn't have that wonderful potential inside of them. No one. Even the most miserable people. Most miserable people. The people that literally make 100 people around them worse off day in, day out. Even those people have a chance. They need help too. Everybody does.